Thank you for joining me for this Life Lesson Friday episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast. Today, I want to talk about something that has come up with my teenagers, and it's something that we all deal with, whether we're parents or but we've all gone through stages of life, probably on a daily basis, if you really think about it, that we make mistakes. Sometimes those mistakes are big, sometimes those mistakes are small, sometimes they go unnoticed, sometimes there's things that everybody notices. The bottom line is, though, we all make mistakes. There's always things that we want to be perfect, but there is no perfect, right? We all make mistakes. And one of the things that I always go back to, especially with the athletes that I deal with or the athletic world or people that think and can understand the sporting side of things is, you know, in baseball, if you look at the people that are Hall of Famers, they actually are unsuccessful the majority of the time, and they can still be Hall of Famers. They can still be the best at what they do and be unsuccessful as far as batters, pitchers. I heard Roger Federer say this about tennis, and he said he won like 52% of his points, something like that, like barely more than average, right? But he's one of the greatest tennis players ever, and he's won more tournaments than almost anybody. And the point being, you only have to be better than average most of the time. There is no perfect, right? And so when you look at it that way, mistakes are part of life. Mistakes are things that are going to happen. What makes you successful and what makes you live a life that you like and love and don't get beat up with tearing yourself down with the mistakes that you make and everything is understanding that mistakes happen, and it's what you do afterwards to learn from them and to move on. Because if you just sit and dwell on the mistake and you dwell on how you're no longer a perfect person in this aspect of life or in this task or in this whatever, like when you dwell on that, you change your focus away from what you want to achieve and into the fact that a mistake happened or a failure happened, that you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And so when we understand that nobody's perfect, then it's easy to say, okay, I made a mistake. I can move on. I can learn from it. Hopefully, we don't make the same mistake over and over and over and over. Right. So hopefully, we're learning from our mistakes and putting those new things that we've learned into play as we go through the next process and the next, situation that we're trying to achieve. We put those things into place, but mistakes are going to happen all the time. People are making mistakes. And if we dwell on it, if we get upset about it, if we spend too much time in the mistake, we won't grow like we need to grow and move forward and move on. And so that's the life lesson for this episode is we all make mistakes. They're going to happen. It's what you do after you make the mistake that is most important. Because if you change your focus onto what can I learn from this and move forward, then you're going to grow, you're going to become more successful, you're going to go towards the goals that you have. If you spend your time focused on the mistake, letting it tear you down, beating yourself up about it, and not and getting stuck in the fact that you're not perfect, then you're going to prevent yourself from reaching those goals because they're going to be farther and farther away in the timeline of life for you getting there because you're stuck in the moment of the mistake. So learn from the mistake. Some can be avoided, some cannot. learn from the mistake, put that process into place for the next situation to avoid those mistakes. But the thing is, there's new mistakes coming, right? There's new issues there's new failures, there's new things coming that we don't know about because we haven't lived to that point of life yet. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said before, the key is, what do you do with the mistake when it happens? What do you do in that situation? What do you do in that moment? And what do you do moving forward? Those are the things that are most important when those mistakes happen, that are going to get you to where you want to go as quickly as you can. So that's the life lesson for this episode of the Confidence Through Health podcast.